The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate. If you have a house, you need to have the windows checked out. Also, I tell the CEO of the original Mattress Factory that I bought my mattress at Big Lots. It's just ahead that You Have Real Estate. Welcome to You Have Real Estate, brought to you by Renewal by Andersen. I am your host, Justin Clark. A great show ahead today. Let's get right to it. But first, the opening statement. Major event for us coming up, the first annual You Have Real Estate Golf Tournament, March 9th at Heathrow. QR code on the screen for you right now. If you'd like to join, come celebrate our 300th episode. We love to meet you, by the way. You guys always reach out, ask me questions about real estate. Let's play some golf together. If you'd like to participate, again, the QR code is on the screen. It's all going to a great cause, the Blatantly Honest Foundation, also made possible by our good friends at Renewal by Andersen. Dan Brigman's here. Dan, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great.
We have been friends for a long time. We have never played golf together.
No.
I'm not very good. I'm going to be honest with you. How's your game?
I would say I get 5 good shots a year.
Okay, I like it. But Renewal by Andersen is a proud partner of this first annual tournament, going to the Blatantly Honest Foundation, which is a foundation near and dear to my heart. And that's one of the things that we love about working with you. And working with Renewal by Andersen is the give back that you guys have. It's really part of the fabric of the culture of your organization. Yeah,
I mean, Justin, honestly, one of the key reasons I came to work for Renewal by Andersen is the culture. And I'll tell you, our goal is trying to passionately change, people's lives and who we come in contact with. And this is one way we do it, by holding many different charity events or attending or sponsoring, and anything from community, VA projects, humanitarian, you name it, the list just goes on and on.
Yeah. You've done such a wonderful job with your design consultants that you have many of them below you throughout the state of Florida, and they always seem happy. And when they go to someone's house, when they go to your house to tell you what you can do about your windows and doors, they're so positive. How have you created that culture with all of your design consultants?
Well, it's a great question, and first of all, thanks for the compliment. And we are a people-driven business, and there's one thing that I believe in, and I believe if you teach people, hey, if you can help somebody else get what they want out of life, you can have anything you want, but you got to do it with a sincere heart. And that's the culture that we breed at Renewal by Andersen.
Yeah, and windows and doors, obviously. I know when people buy a house, windows are not necessarily the first thing that they're thinking about replacing. Like, I want to replace the kitchen or the roof, but the windows are such an important part of your house. Safety reasons, but also the electricity bill, Dan. People are paying so much for their electricity bill, especially in the summers, and a lot of times it's because of the windows.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've actually had a lot of different weather here lately, and so it's windows save you money even in the cooler days. But especially with Florida, you're right. The heat, you've heard me say it before, but along your house, if you were to take all your windows in your house and line them up in one area, it'd equal about one full wall of your house. So that's about 25% of the square footage of wall space. And you got to remember, the sun is hitting that, for the majority of the day in a lot of cases. And what happens is that white light comes through, it heats up, you start getting hot and cold spots in your house. That triggers that AC to turn on and off, and that's how you get that electric bill.
I think that homeowners in Florida especially, because a lot of us have bought homes in these developments where these builders throw up houses very quickly, and that goes on throughout the state of Florida, as we know. And I'm afraid that oftentimes these big builders aren't as concerned about the quality of the windows that they put in your new home. How far in it, or how long after I own a house, even if from brand new, should I really start just thinking about the windows?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll just use myself as an example. I have a home that's about 5 years old.
And it's a beautiful house, I've been there.
Well, thank you. I can tell you we have a lot of great builders in Florida, but you're right. The number one priority is not putting a top-end window in that in that opening because there's no reason for them to. They don't have to warranty that but for 1 year, so why would they? But when my windows, I've already seen one of the windows begin to fail, and it's approaching 6 years old. And that's just simply because it's a vinyl window. They expand, they contract, the seal failure begins to break in the glass pack. So other things go wrong too. They begin to lose their seal. So a good timing is usually around that. I would really start inspecting them around that 6 to 7 year mark.
Got it. If you have any questions about your windows, if you're a homeowner, you really should make this call. 407-205-0400 or the QR code on the screen. Dan or some of his people will come to your house. It doesn't cost you anything. They'll look at your windows, test your windows out, and see how efficient they really are. And oftentimes, Dan, they're not that efficient. But how do I know? How do I know it's really time to have you come out and see what's going on with my windows? And like you said earlier, it's been cold here too. You stand next to your window and you're freezing, you feel the cold air. It's probably a problem.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, none of us are born window experts, right? So there's a couple key things that you can look for when you are around your window. And some of them are kind of funny. You know, sometimes you may see like a little cobweb up in the corner and you might think, well, I haven't cleaned my window, but if there's a spider on that cobweb, what happens is they build webs where windows have lost their seal, and little bugs come in, and that's how they feed their life. And then you have the other common things that you can just see visually that are where the corners of the window meet at the bottom. Sometimes you'll begin to see that drywall edge get soft or turn brown. Yeah. When the wind is blowing, you can hear things rattle. If your windows don't operate very smooth, all of these things are signs that the window is losing, you know, its ability to do its job.
Unbelievable. Dan, always good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Renewal by Andersen, they will come out, send the design consultants out to your house. And you don't have to do the entire house at once either. You can always look at certain windows and do it over time as well. I trust them, so should you. Quick break. You Have Real Estate continues. If you own property in the Villages and you want to rent the property, or you have family who's looking to rent property in the Villages, trying to figure out where they want to buy, there's a great website designed just for you. It's villagershomesforrent.com. The person behind all this madness, Judy, is here. Judy, you're changing the game on how rentals are done in the Villages.
Right. So we are purely an owner-managed website, meaning that the owners are handling the affairs themselves. The renters are talking directly to a homeowner who is an expert with their property. The owners are paying me a small fee to advertise on the platform, and we're attracting the renters to the site for them. So it's a good synergy of owner-renter communication.
The Villages is really on fire and a wonderful place to live. For someone who hasn't been there, how would you describe the Villages?
It's promoted heavily as a lifestyles place, and I can't make it better than that, right? So if you're golfers or if you're into sports and clubs and entertainment and music, it's the place to be.
And the website is the place to go. Again, if you own real estate in the Villages, you want to rent it out, it's not going to cost you very much money at all. Or maybe you have family who wants to move to Florida or spend some seasons down here. Villagershomesforrent.com. Judy, thank you so much. Come back and see us soon, please.
We will.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. If you're in debt and find yourself living paycheck to paycheck, call me now or visit youhavepower.com today. Welcome back to the show. As you know, I'm recently married. I am very happy about that. My fiance and I bought a house 2 years ago, and I'm shocked she still married me, to be honest with you. Here's what happened. Bought a house. You know, you get excited when you move in. We needed one more mattress, and she needed it that day. So what did I do? I was searching around, like, who can deliver that day? And I went with the mattress from, I'm afraid to say, Big Lots, okay? And then I was engaged at the time. A very bad move on my part. Nothing against Big Lots, but I tried to hide the receipt so she couldn't see it. And I said, it's actually from the original mattress. And I swear this is a real story. She saw the receipt, saw us from Big Lots, and things were not good for me for a few days. They really weren't. She's forgiven me since. She made me move it out of the master bedroom immediately up to upstairs to another bedroom. Ultimately got rid of it altogether. So here's what I should have done. I should have called this guy for sure. They're celebrating their 30th anniversary in Orlando right now, the original Mattress Factory. The president, like the main man, is here, Greg Trzcinski. Greg,
Thanks
how
for
are you?
having
Good
me.
to see you, man.
Good to see you.
I'd love to hear about your story a little bit. Obviously, you're the president of a very, very large company. It's an impressive position. How did you get there?
Yeah, my father actually started the original Mattress Factory in 1990.
Wow.
And he was the CEO, the president and COO, of Sealy and Stearns & Foster. Massive brands, decided over a conflict in philosophy to say, look, I just can't do this anymore. Leverage buyout was happening. They wanted to raise prices, change quality. He said, I'm just not going to do it. Consulted for a year or so, another 6 months, he decided, let's try this a different way. Let's sort of listen to everything customers want. Transparency. Mattress industry is known for their sales, right? But also the smoke and mirrors. So let's deliver transparency. Let's deliver knowledge. Let's deliver great quality and customer service and value. Let's go direct to the consumer. And so we opened in 1990, one store, one factory in Cleveland, Ohio. Wow. And here we are all these years later, 36 years later, and we've got 115 locations and 12 factories.
Unbelievable. You're doing a great job over there, obviously. Why should people, because there are a lot of places you can buy mattresses now. When I think mattresses, I think you guys, honestly. But why should the consumer go to you?
Yeah, thank you. I think the key is, a mattress is such an important purchase. When you think about 8 hours a night, which you don't think about because you're asleep, but over an average lifespan, that's 25 to 28 years of your life that you're sleeping. And it affects everything, right? Health, well-being, your relationships, your ability to work and function. And I think the mattress is a huge conduit to that, right? And so, today the trend has gotten into just point, click, buy something online, get it, replace it in a year. Well, but are you really doing the best job for yourself? Again, as important as that purchase is, make the investment, spend the time. And so when you buy from Original Mattress Factory, you're getting transparency. Like I said before, we've never had sales. You're going to get the same honest price every single day. Our goal is to help you find the right mattress for you. You're also going to get great quality, two-sided, real working box springs, cotton upholstery, beds that are still built to last, not just trying to turn you over quicker to get you back in the showroom.
Yeah, I think that's important. You talk about we sleep 8 hours a day, me 6, probably you about the same, but mattress is a purchase that is going to be around for a while. It's not something, unless you buy a bad one, that you're going to get rid of in a year or two. I think that is important in that investment, don't you think?
It is an investment, and I think that's what people, as you mentioned before, you were in a hurry, it was quick, you had to get something, and so, hey, go online, see the reviews, point, click, get it, all right, we're set. But it has too much of an impact on you. It's too big of an investment to treat as a point and click or to trust other people's reviews.
Yeah. I'm not trying to get too far into the weeds here, but isn't it safe to say a mattress can actually impact your health? Because the mattress really directly impacts how you sleep. It impacts how your neck feels the next day. It can really have an impact on one's health.
100%. And there's not a week that goes by these days. There's not another study that comes out as to how much sleep impacts your health and well-being. Yeah. Again, your ability to function each and every day. Sleep is restorative. And again, the laundry list keeps growing. And there are some sleep tips on our website, originalmattress.com, just kind of talks about other things you can do to improve your sleep aside from the mattress.
How important is it that you guys have a lot of brick and mortar locations? People can actually go touch and feel. It's very scary to me to buy a mattress online that you can't, a mattress you're going to have for the next few years, you're going to sleep on 8 hours a night, that you've never even touched.
It was a purchase we never really thought would go to online because of how important that individual comfort is. And it's really the most significant problem we hear about today is people who bought online, they didn't like it. There's a large return rate for a lot of online purchases because it just didn't feel right. I mean, the reality is it seems overwhelming, but you go in, you can pretty quickly narrow it down to 2 or 3 that are close, and then you spend 10 or 15 minutes how you normally would sleep, side, stomach, or back, and really get a good feel for it. There's a high success rate when you do that versus just, buy because of reviews. Because what feels good to you isn't going to feel good to me necessarily. And we all have different issues, right? We have back problems where, this, that, different height, different shapes, different sizes. And so it really is important. It's critical, in our opinion, to go try them out.
Now, being a mattress factory that you specialize in mattresses, obviously. They have all these big furniture stores out there that specialize in everything for your kitchen, your living room, for everything in the house. Your real specialization in mattresses, how does that make life better for your customers, you think?
Yeah, I think it starts from, just specializing in mattresses isn't enough. It's specializing in mattresses with the sole purpose of building products that are built right and built to last, that are going to give you the support, the quality, the durability that you need to make it that 10, 12 years that you're expecting and hoping for. So for us, it starts with product design. We try different materials, we try different constructions, we test them, we make sure it's going to work. And that we have the best support available to you. And so we have multiple different lines that really run the gamut from price-wise, but also quality-wise or feel-wise, so that there's something there for you.
What do you do when a couple, me and my wife, like their mattresses a little bit different? Is there any solution for that?
There really is, and it's more and more common these days. It's 2 twin extra longs, which is the equivalent of a king. And because of box springs and frames, you can adjust the height, so you can get 2 very different feels at the same height. So it can dress up just like a king, one comforter, one set of sheets, one whatever, but you have 2 very different feels. That's been the most successful, I think, for folks.
When I've talked about mattresses to people on this show, people who watch the show, when I talk to someone who has bought a mattress with you guys, they always want to buy that next mattress with you as well. They're not going to go anywhere else. How does that make you feel as a president of this company that they're coming back?
That's it, right? I mean, that's what you're after. You're after brand loyalty, especially with a purchase that doesn't happen every day. It's easier to be loyal to a grocery store. You're going every week, you get a good experience. But over the span of time, when people come back and they tell their kids, we're now at the point of generational recommendations and referrals, right? We've got kids and grandkids who are coming in because of recommendations. That's what it's all about. I mean, that's our goal is, a hassle-free shopping experience, full transparency, doing the right thing, giving great service, great quality, and then having, the customers say, I'm coming back to you and I'm recommending everybody I know.
Yeah. We're way long and I don't care. So I talk to you on the show a lot about when you're hiring a contractor, someone to build a house for you, to rehab your bathroom, that you have to be so careful with the trust of the contractor. I feel like when you're buying a couch, it kind of is what it is, but I feel like when you're buying a mattress, for some reason, trust is so important, because I almost feel like some of these mattress places you don't know if it's really a $3,000 mattress or it could have gotten it for one somewhere else. I think trust is actually very important in your space.
It really is, and I think the issue with the industry, if you will, is who pays attention to mattress prices when you're not in the market. Typical customers in the market for 2 weeks, they thought it was the luckiest 2 weeks of their life because everybody has sales, and it's not real. If I plotted out for you 52 weeks of the year, same prices, same products, you just didn't pay any attention. And so I think trust is super important. I would recommend go online, do some research, but ultimately go in, find a company you can buy from that you trust and you feel good about. If they're picking up the phone every 5 minutes to get you a new price from the manager, or they say, look, anything that's posted out on the showroom, ignore. We'll make changes. Already already it's sort of the experience is tainted, right? You just don't know, because then start asking what's inside. And it just it kind of falls apart from there.
Absolutely. Where do we go from here? What does 2026 look like for us?
2026, I think the year of sleep, right? It's make it a good year. I think, go back to health and well-being. It's such an important part of today's, not just nutrition and exercise, but sleep is, like I said before, studies all the time, weekly coming out that say you really need to focus on getting a good night's sleep. Yeah. And so I think it's, do your research if it's time for a new mattress. And that means that you're waking up, it doesn't feel great. That's lumpy and bumpy. If you're just not getting great sleep or feel restorative, it's probably time.
I feel like sleep is becoming more important, and I say that I have one of these Aura rings, you know what I'm talking about? Yep. And it literally tells you how many hours you've slept, how your sleep was. I think people are becoming, I hope, more conscious of their sleep, and I hope that you're recognizing that the mattress is one of the most important parts of the quality of your sleep.
100%.
Great to meet you.
Thank you.
Great job. Very
Appreciate
honored
it.
to have you in here. The president of Original Mattress Factory, Greg Trzcinski's here. Hey, check them out. Look, if I'm buying a mattress, there's really no question as to where I'm going to go. It's one of the easiest decisions you can make when you're buying stuff for your house. Quick break. You Have Real Estate continues.
So Ryan, not only did you literally change, our yard. I'm spending so much time outside. He is too. I mean, he can't even get off the putting green ever.
I've already gotten yelled at.
Well, you know what? It could be worse places.
That's the other problem, though, Ryan, is I got yelled at for having a bad backyard until you came, and now I'm getting yelled at.
And now we can't get him inside.
Because I just want to have a golf club.
Well, we actually have this amazing way for me to come get to you and find you out on the putting green. So pavers, talk to me about the pavers, because when we originally met, I was like, Ryan, I want some cement, I want some whatever it is. I really want that in there to just kind of like change it up so it's not just turf.
Yep. Yeah, so the travertine in this case with turf strips is a very good option for something like that. It's a very elegant look as well. Yeah. We can do pavers or travertine in this scenario like this, to where you have the strips. And it just creates a nice little pathway.
It really just elevates the area, and it looks classy, it's rich. And then we talked about my little dead area over there that we're still working on. I'm gonna put some mulch back there, but you did these bricks, why?
So the brick is a nice little landscape border. It also defines a bed at the same time. And it's not something you're gonna have to replace.
No, I love it. Our yard is just, I don't know, so elevated. And this one's already talking about doing extra projects, so.
I can't help it. I mean, and because it looks so good, you just automatically think, okay, I could do this and that, and I think you should. And again, Ryan, you and I always talk about it. We live in Florida. You know, we're not in Nebraska. We're not in Boston. We spend a lot of time outside. The outdoor areas are so important to the resale value of the house, but maybe more importantly for us, like the enjoyment of our home.
Yeah, exactly. It's really about enjoyment more than anything. That outdoor living space is huge.
I agree.
Well, we love our yard. Stella does too. And it's dog friendly, which is huge, especially for us, because I mean, we're at her home too, and she's just wandering out. She loves it.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, I think we're at her home.
Yes, yeah, we are. Definitely. Well, Ryan, thank you for literally changing our home, for making it more beautiful. I'm very happy. I feel like you and Justin are going to be golfing literally in more ways than one.
No question about it.
So.
Yeah, it'll happen.
I didn't say that.
Whatever.
That was me opening.
Do yourself a favor and call Delaturf if you're looking to elevate your space. Really, they can walk you through anything. I mean, they can do the pavers, they can do the bricks. Your dog will love it too. Call Delaturf today.
Welcome back. The team is so important, especially when you're selling a house. The real estate agent that you hire and the team around them can make all the difference in your transaction. Elisha Lopez, one of the best. You're networking, and the people that you know, when you're representing a seller, they kind of get what you know as well, and they get who you know as well. How important do you think networking is in real estate?
Probably it's up there, like top 2.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's all the power of proximity, who's in your circle, and you know, everybody has the same goal, that we all have bills to pay and want to take care of our families, right? So if we all work together to help each other out and do a good job, we're going to constantly get more business, and the buyer, the seller, is going to benefit from that.
Talk about the seller for a second. So once we get a contract, the deal's not done at that point, obviously. A lot can go wrong between the time that you sign a contract and you go to the closing table. What are some of the things that you see that derail the closing?
There's so many. I mean, inexperienced agents on the deal, like that's huge, because if, let's say you have one, like the listing agent's experienced, but the buyer's agent is not, the listing agent's doing double, triple, quadruple the work to help it all go through. But if you don't have good service people, you might miss something on an inspection. Things are going to cost a lot more, but usually repairs. Yeah. Repairs are definitely one, and as is means as is. I don't know why that concept is so hard for everybody to.
Do you think that because you've been doing this for a while, you're well known in the real estate world, do you think that that respect factor from maybe a younger agent when they're on the other side of a deal helps with getting your deal closed?
So if that agent on the other side of the deal did their homework, which you should always be checking who you're doing business with on the other side. So if they were to check and then see the experience and then know, wow, like obviously she knows what she's doing, and that skill set let me learn from this. But a lot of times they just, oh, well, you can't do that, or I know everything. And you're like, whoa, 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 like we can't do all that stuff. And it's a distraction because the focus is the consumer, not us, but they get the commission breath thing and think they know everything.
Yeah. If you're looking to buy or sell real estate anywhere in the northern Florida, anywhere in Florida, really, there's a QR code on the screen right now. Elisha Lopez would be happy to send you what's on the market now, or evaluate your property for sale to see what it's really worth. What if we go to listing, what do we think you can get out of that property? That's a very important information to know. The websites aren't always right when it comes to pricing.
No, never. Because when you work that area, so when it's like your service area that you know it in your sleep, that's huge, because the internet is going to just pull data. There's no human interaction, no emotion. And a lot of times, like, 2 streets over, it could be a completely different neighborhood, but the internet doesn't know that.
And the internet doesn't know that there's no kitchen in that house, or the floors are a mess. So you got to be very careful. Great job as always. Thank you to our amazing guest today, our tremendous crew. Most importantly, thank you. See you again next week for more You Have Real Estate.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.